Correct new video. I was just actually recording a different video, but this news just came out here. We're going to have a new event coming up, which is going to be insanely good. And this is sadly not the one that we're going to see in the beginning. This is still going to be interesting for people that want to start into PvP at least. But what is coming afterwards is going to be insanely strong. We're going to take a look here at both the Professor Willow needs help in a new event, and also Team Go Rocket activities got detected. So we have the first event here, Let's Go event, which is going to be around Meltan, which we're going to get again as a shiny Pokemon with the increased chance of XXS and XXL Meltan during this event, which is going to be interesting. You can get the mystery box by sending a Pokemon to Pokemon Home, or the Pokemon Switch titles Let's Go Pikachu or Let's Go Eevee. This will give you like a mystery box. I think that goes like around like 1 hour or something. Usually it takes a week to get this back. I guess here it's like maybe 3 days or something, or like 2 days until you can get another box. Shiny Meltan, very cool Pokemon. Definitely something you should try to get, especially with the new charge move that is available. If you got the ticket, you can evolve it then already and get the charge move, but only if you have the ticket for it. Otherwise, we get some regionals in the wild, which I guess is kind of cool for some people that don't have them. I was at the Go Fest, so like yeah, I have those already. Pensate, Pansia, Pampur. Of course, the shiny possibility there will be very cool for this one as well. Ditto going to be in different forms, which is kind of nice for some people. As you can see here, those Pokemon can be Ditto. It's going to be more common, which will be good for shiny Ditto. Here going to be the event bonuses again, reduced the waiting time for the mystery box, 2 times candy for transferring Pokemon, which can be also kind of cool. Increased XXS and XXL for Meltan. Increased chance of finding a Ditto. Wild encounters, Grimer is kinda cool for PvP, Snubble can be kinda cool for PvP, Crawfish is kinda funny, Starly can be kinda funny, Rock'n'Roller can be kinda funny, Temple can be kinda funny in the future maybe. This Pokemon has some potential for later updates, definitely get a good one. Litio has some potential in the Great League since it got Incinerate, but also we're going to have some very good wild spawns here. Trubbish gives you extra Stardust, as well as Galarian Stunfisk will be one of the best Pokemon for the Great League. And I still really need a good one, so hopefully they spawn pretty commonly in the wild, because I really want a good one from them. Gumi also in the wild, which is a decent Pokemon. Still needs some move updates to be very good for PvP, but right now it would be a very bulky Pokemon for the Ultra League, but sadly doesn't really have the best charge moves. We have some raids coming in here, nothing too special. We know that already Lugia going to be a very good Pokemon to get for the Master League. And we have field research with that. We have still a collection challenge which you can do, but also we're going to have another event here, which is going to be the Team Go Rocket takeover, and this is going to be an insane one. Like honestly, the Pokemon that are going to be available with this is going to be insanely cool. Coming up here, we're going to have the Shadow Reggie. It seems like we're gonna get like basically nearly every month now a new one. Like the last one with Registeel was pretty close. I think they just want to get rid of those things pretty fast, because most people are not interested in this. I'm of course going to showcase this Pokemon on my channel as well, Reggie, as soon as it's available. Which will be from Saturday, the March 25th there from 10 AM. Oh, actually from 10 AM. That's interesting, because usually it is from midnight, so I don't know if this is actually the correct date. You usually takeovers start already at midnight at the time, so interesting one there. Don't know if this is the correct one there, but it might be, like it might be the case. Here we're going to be able to save Shadow Reggie. This is going to be an interesting Pokemon as well. You're going to use a Super Raider. You're going to be able to get another research for this, and it's going to be available. The research is available till June 1st, so I guess till June 1st we won't get another one. This is like the end of the Rising Hero, or they're going to do like 2 in a row. I don't know. Most likely it's going to still be till June 1st. We're going to get the bonuses that we're going to get more balloons and Pokestops with Team Go Rocket as well. So we're going to have currently during the season the extra bonus that we get more Stardust from Team Go Rocket stops as well, so you're going to get even more Stardust from getting those. I really like Team Go Rocket events. I'm going to grind this one hard, especially as I need another, or like in general, a good Alolan 98 still for PvP. Shadow Pokemon, very cool for PvP in general. You're going to be able to use Charge TMs again to get rid of Frustration, which is going to be very nice. And we're going to get now to the new Shadow Pokemon, and there are some really good ones. Usually it's always what they show here, going to be everything that's going to come. but you're going to see already, we're going to get a LilyNiRiain. This Pokemon will be really strong. This Pokemon will love this update so much, because the evolution of it, also like a LilyNiRiain already is very cool, but the evolution of it, a LilyNiMug, is a Pokemon that takes a very good advantage of the fast move Poison Jab, which does a lot of damage already, and the move combination with Acid Spray, making this Pokemon now a very big threat for the Great and Ultra League. They can't wait to use it. Shadow Phanpy, most likely the least interesting one of them, but might help this Pokemon out as well. Actually, I haven't taken a look at the graphics, like at the changes yet, but we can take a look at this together. Shadow Trico going to be also kind of interesting. I think this might help this Pokemon out a lot as well. Sceptile, a very spammy Pokemon with Bullet Seed and Leaf Blade. Leaf Blade, one of the strongest charge moves in the game, plus Earthquake as good coverage for Steel-type Pokemon, might be a core breaker. I wouldn't be surprised if I see this Pokemon in actually a regional just to break the Lantern plus Steel-type core. Could be a very cool Pokemon, interesting one as well. What I really like is Shadow Torchic, because counter Blaziken with the Shadow bonus going to be insanely strong. Honestly, can't wait. And Shadow Drifloon is also something that will be very funny to use. Can't wait for those. We have some eggs here. Do we have a new shiny actually? I didn't take a look at this one yet. Doesn't seem to be the case here. Last time we got a new shiny. This time around it doesn't seem that we get one. But this for the event, let's take a look on how the Pokemon change. Here we're going to have the Great League first. We're going to have the Regis as a Shadow and as a non-Shadow, the LilyNiRiain as a Shadow non-Shadow, and the Muk as well. For the Great League, we're going to see here Regis is going to be able to now beat Swampert. They are going to be able to beat the Sableye. In general, most likely going to be a little bit worse. The thing is, I think for all the Regis, you already have so much bulk and you don't really have fast move pressure, that this most likely will be another one that you can skip, but also if you you kind of have to get this anyway to get the next Rocket Raider, so like, well, why not get it then? Going to be an interesting one for Great League. I don't think Great League will be available when this Pokemon drops. Don't actually know what's going to be available when this Pokemon drops, but I'm going to showcase it for the Great League, so like if you're interested in this, definitely leave a follow here. Otherwise, we're going to have the LilyNiRiain. As you can see here, we're going to have now a better matchup against Sableye, the Altaria, the Lickitung. Going to be a very interesting one. The cool thing about the LilyNiRiain is as well that you have access to the move Crunch, which sadly the evolution doesn't learn yet. Hopefully it does learn someday, but Crunch is better than Dark Pulse for sure, giving you the option to also debuff the opponent's defenses. And you see here already a LilyNiRiain gets a big boost, and I think it's going to be a really cool Pokemon to use. But also, you see here already what I said prior, a LilyNiRiain going to be such an insane Pokemon now. This thing going to do so much damage, especially in the two-shield scenario. Let's take a look real quick at the two-shield, because I think that's going to be where this Pokemon is really going to shine. And it's going to be another Pokemon that you really want to get for PvP. I'm excited as hell for this Pokemon. My internet is a little bit laggy, but actually it does show the opposite actually, which is kind of funny, because here it seems like that the normal Muk going to be a little bit better. But if we take a look at this, actually interesting one though. We're going to see here, you're going to be able to win this match up pretty easily here against the Medicham. It shows it from the way of Medicham there, so it's going to be an easy one there. Interesting that others don't do enough. I guess Grafty has the same option, just other way around, where they boost up against you. Against Swampert, you have a type disadvantage. Against Bastion, you have a type disadvantage. I guess Altaria just does too much damage over time. This might be the case here for this Pokemon. Just for Dragon Breath alone, I don't think you can survive it, but look how close it is. There might be some IV spread that really helps you for that as well. Next one, we're going to take a look at the Great League version for Donphan, Sceptile, and Blaziken. Let's rate the team here. We're going to see that this going to give us look how good Blaziken already was before, and now this Pokemon going to be even more insane as an offensive Pokemon. I can't wait to try this Pokemon out. Same with Sceptile now. Look at the damage that they do now against the opponent's Registeel. You will be able to hit an Earthquake and do 82% damage against the Registeel. This is going to put them into range most likely for the two-shield scenario, where you're just going to be able to Bullet Seed them down, because Bullet Seed does 2.3% damage. You're going to need around 8 Bullet Seeds around to knock out the opponent's Registeel after one Earthquake, which makes Sceptile even a very good Pokemon to break the core between like Galarian Stunfisk, the Registeel, as well as the Swampert or the Lantern, so it's going to be a fun one there. Blaziken going to be so good with counter. Can actually take a look at this again in the two shields as well. Going to be a fun one to see. As you're going to see as well, the Donphan going to also be able to beat a little bit more of the meta. Two shields here kind of favors, I guess, the other Pokemon that have a little bit more bulk, but still, those are going to be very great additions. I can't wait to showcase them all. Like, honestly, it's going to be so much content that I can push out this weekend. Can't wait for it. Otherwise, we're going to have still the Drifblim available for the Great League. We see here that the Shadow Drifblim is going to be a little bit better, going to do a little bit more damage, which gives you the edge against an Altaria, for example, here. Don't really think that this Pokemon is going to shine too much in the Open Great League, but it's going to be a very good one for the Ultra League, and that's what we're going to take a look at right now. Ultra League here, we're going to have the Drifblim, we're going to have the Mug. We're going to see here right now, we can rate the team, how much they're going to change. Hopefully I put them all to the right. Yeah, they're going to be all in the right thing. Alone Mug going to be able to beat so many more Pokemon now thanks to the Shadow bonus. Drifblim going to do more damage, which is going to beat also a few more Pokemon, which is going to be very nice. And Reggie is actually very decent for the Ultra League. Definitely something that you might also want to consider. Very cool Pokemon. And for the other Pokemon for the Ultra League, let's take a look at this one. We have the Blaziken, we have the Sceptile, we have the Donphan. And we're going to see here that the Blaziken completely destroys this meta. Holy hell. This Pokemon going to be insane. You really want to get those Torchics, most likely from Fire Grunts. It's going to be wild. Hope you enjoyed this update. Please leave a like if you did. I'm really looking forward for this one. I honestly, very cool Shadow Pokemon. I can't wait for them. Hope I see you in the next video. Have a great rest of your day. Bye.